Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to Highline Prestige. My name is Serge, and before I go on this little cruise, I wanted to light up a cigar, and I was like, you know what, I've got to show you guys this cigar. This is the Don Pepin Garcia E.R.H. I got it in a Toro format. Just look at it. Very nice. Very pretty. Now, E.R.H. stands for El Rey de los Habanos. What is that? Well, that's the thing. Not a lot of people know, but before there was the My Father Cigar Company or the Don Pepin Garcia Cigars, there was El Rey de los Habanos. The Garcia family had a little shop called El Rey de los Habanos. It was named after the factory that they had as well, and they just sold one type of cigar, and that was the El Rey de los Habanos. Now, as time have gone by, they ended up pretty much decommissioning that brand name, and then they moved over to the My Father cigar line, and now, you know, the rest is history. So this is kind of paying back homage to that time, that era. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. It's totally different than the scent, at least. You know, just the smell of the smoke, it's more on the aromatic side of things. And you could tell, you get that little bit of pepper and spice right there on the lips. But aromatic. Interesting. All right, I just had to pull over for just a second. We're getting a pretty good burn. And I'll tell you what, this cigar is not what I expected whatsoever. And in a good way, in a very good way. I mean, when I was cruising around, just the aroma is this really nice aromatic notes. It's almost like a really nice cologne or perfume, but nothing like too overly strong. It's very difficult to explain what type of scent that is. And then there's like little moments that you get these like little bit of dark chocolate cocoa accents in the smell and also in the flavor. Really interesting. And you know, I've seen that they say this is a medium to full body smoke. Definitely we're up to here right now, and it's still very on the mild side. There's not a lot of strength going on right now. Then you still get these like little accents of some spice and some earthy notes to it, but everything is very well balanced. Still a really good amount of smoke as well. Just really, really beautiful cigar. So this cigar has a Ecuadorian Sumatra Rosado wrapper, and then it has a mix of Nicaraguan binder and fillers. So I always say it, I'm not a massive fan of Sumatra tobacco cigars, but this is really good so far. Something about the aroma and the flavors, wow, crazy. I was even thinking to myself, like, you know, you have good cigars, you got bad cigars, you got okay cigars. And it's been a while since we had a damn, that's like amazing cigar. And this is kind of hitting it there for me today. After that first ash fell, the flavors kind of switched up a little bit. It got a little bit more rich, and the strength has intensified just a little bit. Nothing crazy, but the flavor now is a little bit more on the leather side. That dark chocolate is still there. I get a little bit of cream. And it's also, you still have that like little bit of earthy notes, a little bit of spice. Yeah, I think that's what we're tasting right now. Also, pretty cool. Check out what I found on my little drive. Found some airplanes. That's pretty cool. Airplanes and cigars. So I figure I'd take a couple shots and then keep the drive going, keep puffing away, and see how this thing turns, how it changes. All right, guys, so we had a little intermission, grabbed a little dinner. Now the light is going down, and this is how far we are with the cigar. I did have to relight it, and it changed up a little bit as expected. You know, once you put down the cigar and it goes out completely and relight, sometimes it's a little bit on the different side. But now you can taste a little bit more of the strength, and the flavor gets a little bit more concentrated. And I would personally say that I really enjoyed the beginning and middle of the cigar, but once you put it down, then it's going to change up the flavor a lot. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it just, because of how the flavors are and the strength and everything, it just becomes like a little bit on the bitter side. But I imagine if you didn't put down the cigar, you'd still have a great experience with this smoke. I'm really happy I got to try it. It was something different. It was refreshing. Beautiful, beautiful aroma. It was a win in my book. Now, just so you guys know, check down the description box. I got a giveaway going right now, and it's actually, I'm giving away a 2004 vintage Rat Pack Edition brass Zippo. Completely free. You just got to go on the website, put in your email there, your contact info. I love how much more easier it is now, because whoever wins, I'll just be able to email you or call you or whatever you opt for. I'm so happy about that instead of trying to chase down people. But yeah, this is definitely a win in my book. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the review. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.